Favorites are the blueberry and the apple cinnamon. Moving down to the next shelf, I have all of my tea. Well, technically not all of my tea because I am a huge tea drinker and I have so many different ones, but these are probably my most reached for teas right here. I also forgot to mention that all of these shelves are adjustable, but you probably figured that. Also, I wanted to quickly show you what some of my favorite teas are. So I love the Celestial teas. These are my favorites right here, the Vermont Maple Ginger. And by the way, how adorable are the packaging on these? I am always so obsessed with how cute their packaging is. This Lemon Lavender Lane is another one of my favorites. And if you guys are wondering, you can pick these teas up at like Meijer, Walmart, pretty much any grocery store carries these. I also love this Sleepy Time Peach Tea with the cute little dog on the packaging. And then these are another of my favorites. I bought these online. This one is the Mountain Huckleberry Tea. And then I also have the Chocolate Mint Tea. On this next shelf, I have some more of my favorite drinks. So I have some of this Starbucks hot cocoa, which is amazing. I have some matcha tea. I have some Starbucks hot cocoa. This one is the marshmallow one, and this is one of my favorite hot cocos ever. Love that one so much. And then I have my Rae Dunn little sugar container, and I had this decorated for Valentine's Day. I stuck this cute little heart on here and this little label over here, and I just thought it looked so cute that I just decided to leave it on there all the time. On this next shelf, I have some of my baking supplies. I have this apple cider vinegar. I actually have a giant one, and a lot of times I'll just pour it into the smaller bottle just because it's more convenient. I have some organic virgin coconut oil. This cute little guy here, I found this at TJ Maxx, and I actually ended up buying a few of these because I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. And as you can see, it has a bunch of different sprinkles in it. Next, I have some chocolate chips stored in this little hobnail container. Lately, I have just been obsessed with hobnail containers. So I actually found these containers at Target in the dollar spot, and they actually came as cups. They had lids with straws on them. And all I did for these is I bought some of these little mason jar lids and I stuck them on top. And now I'm able to use these in my pantry and in my kitchen to store different things, and I think they look really nice. And then lastly on the shelf, I have this little honey jar here. I recently picked this up from HomeGoods. I had always wanted to get one of these, but sometimes I saw them online and they were kind of expensive. I found this guy, I think, for only $3.99 at HomeGoods. On this next shelf, I have some more of my baking supplies. Basically, what I like to store on this over-the-door organizer is stuff that I know that I'm going to be reaching for the most often. So in these mason jars, I am just storing some white chocolate chips. I have a couple different types of flour here, as well as some of my baking cups. I love using mason jars to store things. I think they look really nice, and they also help to keep everything nice and fresh. Down here I have some of the quart-size mason jars storing some more of my baking supplies. And a little tip, if you guys are going to purchase these quart-size mason jars, definitely buy a pack of them instead of buying one. I was originally going to buy one of these at Meijer, and it was $7.99 for one jar. And then I turned a corner and found a whole pack of nine jars for $9.99. So it was a way better deal to buy a pack than it was just to buy one. Moving on to the next shelf, I have a bunch of my pasta stored on this shelf in some of these hobnail containers you guys are gonna see. I am completely obsessed with these hobnail containers. I just think that these look very pretty. So in them, I have some of my bow tie pasta. I always love making the bow tie pasta. It's just super fancy. Some spaghetti and then some wheat pasta. This is a little bit of a better look at the hobnail containers. I feel like in the pantry, it just wasn't doing them justice. So this is what they look like in natural light. I had to showcase these beauties. And these are also super inexpensive. They're only a few dollars a piece at TJ Maxx. And then moving down to the very bottom shelf, I just have a bunch of different drinks stored on here. They also have these little bars you can see right here that kind of hold stuff into place if you have taller things so they won't tip over. So first of all, I have some bottled water. I have some of this super yummy carrot juice. And then I also have a couple bottles of wine. I like to keep a couple bottles of wine in the house just in case we have company over. And that is basically it for the door organizer. Moving on into the pantry, here is a little overview of what it looks like. Now, originally, there was nothing in here. We added these shelves. This is actually track shelving. We bought this at Menards. You buy the little brackets and the tracks, and then you can adjust the shelves. It's very nice. It's actually thundering out right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I think it's getting ready to storm, you guys, and I'm actually really excited because I love when it storms. Are any of you like that? Leave me a comment below and let me know if you love when it storms outside when it rains. Anyways, so like I said, this is from Menards. That is absolutely one of my favorite stores, and it's funny because when I was a kid, I always hated that store. My dad used to be in there for hours, and I always would say, when I become an adult, I'm never shopping here, and now I'm pretty much there like 24/7. All right, let's start out on this very top shelf. So basically this shelf goes back very deep, and I store a lot of stuff that I don't typically reach for that often on here. I'll show you guys some of that in a second. The stuff that I do reach for, I have right here in the front. So first of all, I have this little biscuit container here. I found this at HomeGoods and I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. In here, I am storing all of my seasoning packets. I used to store these in a drawer, but then I could never find the ones that I was looking for. So I started storing them in here, and it's just nice because I can just grab this little container and there they all are. And then I have my Kitchenaid hand mixer here. Like I said, I like to keep the stuff that I use often in the front, and I reach for this guy here quite often. I love this little hand mixer so much, and I think that the color is so pretty. I always love mint colors so much. And then over here, I have my Rae Dunn Good Dog treat jar. And then I also have all of my paper towel down here on the end. And then at the very back of this shelf, it's kind of hard to see, so I'll just show you guys what I have up there on my table. I keep some of my seasonal decor that I would normally have in my kitchen, like some of these pumpkins. I also store some of my seasonal cookie jars up there. I have some Easter ones, as well as some Christmas ones. It just makes them easy to reach for instead of storing them in the attic with the rest of my seasonal decor. Moving down to the next shelf, I keep a lot of my breakfast items on this shelf here. So here's kind of a little overview. I also have some teas and things like that. So down here, I have some different pancake mixes. This one right here, the blueberry one, is one of my all-time favorites. And then this little container here, this Farm Fresh one, I keep some of my Nutri-Grain bars. I found this cute little container at Hobby Lobby. They have a ton of really cute containers there. Next, I have this basket here, which I found at HomeGoods. Inside of this, I have some of my oatmeal and muffin mixes. I am in love with this basket. I actually bought a couple of these baskets because I like them so much. I just basically love the way that the white wire looks with the wood. I just feel like it has a really nice rustic farmhouse look to it. And like I said, inside of it, I'm storing some of my favorite apples and cinnamon oatmeal mix, as well as some of this Martha White muffin mix. These are seriously so good, and these are super easy to make. You can make these muffins so fast. So the blueberry and the wild berry are definitely my favorites. This next basket I'm using to store some more of my coffees and teas. What can I say? We drink a lot of coffee and tea. So this basket, I believe I found in the dollar spot a while back at Target, and I love this one because it has little handles on the side which make it very convenient. I'm also really excited because I recently found some of these fall coffees at TJ Maxx.